We got some reports of flash flooding in Randolph County and Asheboro.
Right now, we've got Fox 8 photojournalist Chris Weaver on the phone with us. Chris, what are you? I see you're driving in Randolph County. Like, what are you seeing in your travels right now?
Good afternoon, Shelley and Brad. There's a lot of heavy rain down here, and I'm back up toward Asheboro now. I'm coming up on Pineview Street, headed back north. But I was down in the Franklinville area, and the water down there was just amazing, overflowing the banks of ditches and creeks, and the river that runs through town there actually had the road closed at Main Street. Well, it looks like the rain, for the most part, though, here in Asheboro has settled down some. It's not really raining, but a sprinkle. But when I got over to Franklinville about 30 minutes ago or so, it was still just coming down just as hard as I've seen in a long time.
Chris, when you were in Franklinville, what about some of the businesses there? Do you know if it was actually moving into the buildings there?
It didn't look like it was. The area that's low-lying in Franklinville, there's not a lot right there. There were some buildings and a couple of houses down there that were set back far enough that they weren't going to be an issue.
Now to Asheboro, and Fox 8's Chris Weaver standing by live. Chris?
Hey guys, I'm sitting here on South Fayetteville Street where this car is in this water, and you can tell this is just one of those spots where the water is coming together at several different points through culverts, under roads, and into a creek, and the water is just too much here. Now, I'm not sure how this car ran off the road and got down in here, because that's not a parking lot and it's not a roadway. Maybe there was some water on the road and they hydroplaned or something like that. Down in Franklinville earlier, it was a whole nother story, and I think we have some video to show that I took earlier. The water coming across Main Street there in Franklinville was just an incredible amount of water. It was gushing out of the big culvert under Main Street and down onto another road and headed downhill toward the river there.
I mean, can you imagine just driving up on that road and not really,
Well, the push from the weight of that water is just tremendous, and that's, we see water that kind of pools over roads. That was definitely really moving downstream, and that's a dangerous situation, right, Chris?
It is, and it was, I knew I was coming up on a place where the road was washed out, and I was driving along very carefully and very slowly.
Thank you so much, Chris. I mean, what he's saying is just so spot on, because, he's out there looking for it.
Right.
People know, oh, it's raining, but then all of a sudden you come upon something like that, and it's just, really scary and dangerous.
Fox 8 photojournalist Chris Weaver has been out in this rain all day long, seen a lot of flash flooding.
That's right. He is on the phone tonight. Chris, I understand you're in Davidson County, right near the Yadkin River. Describe what you are seeing for us.
Kerry, yeah, I'm down here at the Yadkin River at the York Hill boat access, and I can tell you, this isn't where the water is supposed to be. You can see the sign over here that lays out the rules for using this access right in that area right there. It's probably 8 to 10 foot of water. You can see the river flowing out in the middle out there.
Now we want to check in with Fox 8 photojournalist Chris Weaver, who is out on the roads for us tonight. Right now he's on Flat Swamp Road right between Highway 8 and Denton in Davidson County.
Chris, you're on the phone with us. What
Hey
can
guys,
you tell us?
I was gonna go all the way into Denton, and look, we're on about a 3-second delay, so bear with me. We're down here in the deep part of Davidson County. I was coming, I think it's eastbound on Flat Swamp Road off of Highway 8, and I wasn't sure if I was going to make it all the way to Denton or not, but I came up on the road close signs here, and I'm going to zoom in, and you'll be able to see the water is coming across the road here, and it's real dark out here, and I don't have any way to hook up any extra lights, but on both sides of the road coming down through here, the water is up within a few feet of both sides of the road. The interstates were flowing nice, nothing wrong with the interstates up toward Lexington, but this area down here, you're going to run into roads like this where the roads are covered with water and you don't want to go across it.
All right, looks like we see some folks on the other side there stopping as well. Hopefully they'll turn around. Chris Weaver live for us tonight in Davidson County. Chris, thanks.